closer,
Let's finish
get
this.
closer, I get closer. There you are. There you are. Really push. Push me into a. Really push me into a. There you are. I get closer. I get closer. I get closer. This'll work. I get closer. I get closer. If I get closer. What a shame. If I get close, what a shame. If I get closer, what a shame. If I get closer, what a shame. If I get close, if I get closer, what a shame. What a shame. I get close. What a shame. What a shame. If I get closer, there you are. 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 If I get closer, if I get closer, really push me into a corner.
Let's finish this.
If I get closer.
Are just normal basketball players.
There you are.
Yo, what is going on, guys? Back at it again with another stream, man. Just giving people some time to get here, you know, all that good stuff, and then we can get this show on the road about the topic for today, you know. But yeah, don't worry, I will be playing some matches later after we talk about this stuff. But yeah, just giving people a little bit of time to show up. Then we can start. It's already been 7 minutes. Gonna give it about 7 more minutes and then we'll start. So we'll start in 7 minutes, y'all. 7 minutes. But with that being said, how are you guys doing today, man? I hope you guys are doing okay today. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day and all that good stuff.
Get closer. If I get closer, really push me into a... If I get closer, really push me into a corner.
That's a reset.
Get closer.
That's actually a reset. Hold on.
Get closer. There you are. Get closer.
Interesting. Make some block again.
Get close. Really push me into a corner.
Let's finish this.
5 more minutes.
Get closer. There you are. There you are. There you are.
Wait a minute.
There you are.
You mean to tell me I can just...
There you are. Firebolt. Really push me into a... This'll work.
Two more minutes left, y'all.
I get closer.
Then we'll start.
Nowhere to hide. Really push me into it. I get closer.
Finish this.
This'll work. I get closer. There you are. Mouse hairball. 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 Really push me into a mouse hairball. 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 Really push me into a mouse hairball. Really push me into a mouse hairball. Mouse hairball. There you are. I get closer. There you are. There you are. There you are. Get closer. Mouse hairball! Mouse hairball! If I get close,
Alright, y'all boys. It's been 15 minutes, man.
really push me into a
It's
corner.
been 15 minutes. It is time to get this show on the road, man. How is everybody doing today? Hope everybody's having a fantastic day today. All that good stuff. But yeah, guys, we're just gonna hop straight into this. Actually, let me okay, there we go. So, guys, we gotta talk, man. We gotta talk. Sorry about that, y'all. Okay. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So let's talk today, y'all. So today's topic, we're gonna be talking about the Chakra Dash and the Storm Gauge. And we're probably gonna go back over assists again, but that's later in the stream. That'll probably be the last thing we go over, but we're going to be going over Chakra Dash balance changes and the Storm Gauge balance changes that I have in mind, and I hope you guys pay attention because it's going to be something. Now, yesterday in the stream, someone by the name of Grimjo, right? Who I know, he's been in my streams before in the past, but he brought up an interesting idea about how assists currently basically they instant regen the moment you get Storm Gauge, and about how that shouldn't be possible or shouldn't be a thing, and he wanted it to be gone, given the fact that having a mechanic like that is, busted, which I agree. So I was actually all for that to be gone. And we went in and we had a little small discussion there, and I said some things which I'm gonna go into later. But definitely look forward to that because it's gonna be something. It's definitely gonna be something. But first things first, let's talk about the Chakra Dash, guys. We gotta talk about the Chakra Dash. Now, personally, I only think one thing needs to be changed to Chakra Dash. One thing, and this, I can't compromise on. This has to change about Chakra Dash. Alright? This has to change. And you know what that is? Having the ability to substitute Chakra Dashes. Chakra Dashes should not be subbable whatsoever. They just shouldn't. So, I think making dashes unsubbable would make the game a lot more interesting and more and more reaction based and more based on reads. So in other words, you'll be getting a lot more reads, a lot more punishes, a lot more reactions going, a lot more neutral gameplay. People will actually start to commit to more things, instead of, dash canceling a lot, which they probably still will anyway. But either way, I think that Chakra dashing definitely needs to be unsubbable. You should not be able to sub a Chakra dash at all. Now, I know what you guys might be thinking. Why in the heck would you do that? Why would you want that change? Well, it's a pretty simple reasoning, but to go over that reasoning, I'll have to explain. So basically, to make long story short, Chakra dash in this game, it's just
If I get closer.
a dash.
If I get closer.
It's just a dash. Think Chakra dash needs to use 2 bars instead of 1 bar. Substitutions not be unsubbable. I don't know, just my opinion. I wouldn't really be a fan of that. I think that leads into a whole different territory. Something that I originally wanted, but it just never got done. And I don't think ever will. And I'll probably go over that later, since you brought it up. But I don't think that would work. Nah. But good try though. But I don't think it'll work. But who knows? Maybe it could. But anyway, so as I was saying, I think Chakra dashes should be unsubbable. So if I'm dashing the opponent,
If I get closer.
shouldn't be able to sub my dash. For a number of reasons. One, Chakra dash sucks. It's good because you can dash cancel it, right?
Get closer.
But
If I
that's
get
it.
closer.
Yeah, you can dash cancel it. Yeah, you got a spark dash. Yeah, you got charge dash, right?
If I get
But
closer.
as a mechanic, it's basically just an approach tool. It's an approach option. That's it. That's all it is at its core. Now, yes, you can use it for defensive gameplay, like if you want to stop someone from dashing you, and you can close in, behind the leader switch dash, or if you want to dash clash, you can dash clash, right? That's cool and all.
There you are.
But inherently, the Chakra dash doesn't really do anything by itself. You have to do other stuff, right? So again, it's mainly just an approach option, an option of approach. That's it. Now, yes, it does have a hit stun, but in this game, it's supposed to, because that's how you start your combo. You get your combos going from the Chakra dash, right? Once you close in, okay, yeah, you can start your combo. That's great. But other than that, Chakra dash is just an approach option. It's just that's all it is. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't do any damage. It's just an approach tool. So, now that we've gotten that out the way, for that reason, that's why I think Chakra dashes should not be subbable. It would be different if they did some kind of damage, or they did something else that was kind of crazy, but they just don't.
If I get closer, if I get closer.
So anyway, that's why I believe you shouldn't be able to sub dashes, because they don't really do anything. It's just an approach option at its core. That's all I'll say there. At least that's one of the reasons. Now the other reason is because Chakra Dash also has inherent weaknesses. So for example, which makes no freaking sense from a game balancing perspective, but from a game balancing perspective, currently the Chakra Dash, if you air dash, right? Let's say you air dash an opponent, for example. Actually, I'll just show you. Let's see if I can replicate this. Okay. So if you Chakra dash an opponent, right? You're left wide open.
If I get closer.
Now, if it's a ground dash,
If I get closer.
there's a chance that you might be able to block, right? As you can see,
If I get
right?
closer. If I get closer. If I get closer.
Which is fine. But what if you don't react fast enough? You just get caught. It's either that or you counter, right?
If I get closer.
Right? But watch this. What if you air dash? You just get caught. Because literally all they have to do is dash you right back from the air. And there you go. That's a free combo. Now, here's the thing. Look at this. Look at this. Hold on. So, let me do what I want to do. There we go. So, you can actually counter. Don't get me wrong. But it's the way you have to counter. And when you're fighting at a fast pace, you're not going to always be countering. There's no way you're going to be able to counter that every time, 100% of the time. Why? Because of the way the angling works with the Chakra Dash. Sometimes you just won't get the right angle that you need when fighting. Now, usually you will be able to get the counter though, but the thing is, this requires some type of timing to get that counter off when you air dash. So the crazy thing is, you're in a situation where if you don't react fast enough, you get hit, right? But if you do counter, hey, okay, that's a combo, right? Cool. So that's like 50-50. But the thing is, that situation shouldn't even happen anyway, because why would you punish a mechanic that doesn't really inherently do anything aside being an approach option? Now, don't get me wrong. Should you punish the mechanic? Yes. But not in the way that it currently is. Personally, I would say that it would be better for the dash to just be a ground type of crap. I would rather the dash be only counterable when you dash on the ground versus you dashing in the air and then you just counter the person for free, because guess what? You're going to land that counter every time they dash. And that's if you know the timing for the counter when you land on the ground. So, come on, what in the world? Now see, the trick is you have to micro walk. You have to micro walk when you land on the ground and then counter, and that's how you get that counter from the air dash all the time, right? But when you're fighting at a fast pace, you're not going to be able to hit that every time. It's just not going to happen. Unless you're like super good at it and like you've been practicing it in practice mode, but either way, I digress. Fast forward, guys. I think it would be best for the dash to not be to not be subbable. Because you do not want to have just free situations where, hey, I dash, you sub, you dash, I sub, right? Because guess what? If I have a sub, I don't have to, watch this. If I have a sub, I don't have to let you hit me. I don't even have to counter. I can just sub and dash you back.
Let's do this by the book.
Right? So, when you have a game that's centered around subbing the Chakra dash, or part of it is centered around subbing the dash and then trying to get the jump on the player, which is very easy to do, by the way, that creates a very type of brain-dead gameplay mentality. And that's the kind of thing that I would personally want to get rid of. Which is why I'd rather the dash be not subbable, because this is brain dead. That's brain dead. Like, that's extremely brain dead. Like, that makes no sense. Like, the fact that that's even a thing, that's stupid. But Massacre, what about the argument you made earlier where you can counter? Yeah, you're not going to be able to get that all the time. It's not going to happen unless you're like a god at countering. But anyway, like, anyway, it is what it is, guys. But that's something that I just wanted to stress. I really believe that Chakra dashes shouldn't be subbable at all, because it's a mechanic that inherently does nothing but approach and maybe, allows you to combo or continue combos or extend combos, etc. But in its nature, it doesn't do anything. Like, it just allows you to,
You can't get away.
Look at that. I can't believe that's, like, that is so disgusting.
Finish this.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe that's a thing. Like, that is so brain dead. Like, that has to go. I'm not sorry to say that either, y'all. Like, that has to go. Like, bruh. Like, I think dashes need to be guaranteed. Like, closing in on your opponent, if you get past their defenses, it needs to be, like, it needs to be guaranteed. Now, you can still sub everything else, right? You can sub the combos, you can sub the jutsus, the shurikens, the assists, all that other stuff. You just can't sub Chakra dashes in this game. And and in my opinion, what that would do is, it would make it so that players are on their P's and Q's. They're not just going to let you dash in on them anymore, right? They're going to tighten their defense up. They're going to maybe throw out a little switch dash, actually try and play some neutral. They're going to actually be baiting a lot more. They're going to be dash canceling more, trying to bait the counter, and then get the jump on you, right? And I would prefer that over just dash mash dash mash dash. Like that just has to go. Anyway, guys, that's what I'll say there. Let me know your thoughts on what I just said so far. Would very much appreciate it. Would love to hear your thoughts on what I just said. Yeah.
All set.
You can't get away. There you go. There you go. You can't. There.
Anyway, alright. Next thing I want to get into, the storm gauge.
You can't get away.
I gotta get into the storm gauge, y'all. We gotta talk about the storm gauge. For a number of reasons. One, what I'm about to bring up has to do with the storm gauge in tandem with assists. So we definitely got to talk about that. I'm also going to bring up like the chakra bar, kind of really, but meh, I might not even do that. But mainly just the storm gauge in tandem with assists, we got to talk about it. So the way, okay, I understand how this game works, like on a mechanical level. I understand what CC2 was trying to accomplish with this game. Like, I know why they have it so that, let's say we run out of assists, right? Let's say we have no assists and we have no way to defend ourselves, right? Which technically that's, so like, for example, let's say we get storm gauge, right? We get our storm gauge, guess what? Our assists are back. And now we're able to fight and defend and do what we need to do. Now, personally, I'm not a fan of that. I get why they made it that way. They did it because this game is a more aggressive, straightforward, slash kind of straightforward game compared to Storm 4. Although Storm 4 was plenty aggressive, this game takes it to another level. Not gonna cap. And if you're good at using the mechanics to your advantage, you can win most of your matches. So looking at the storm gauge, right? Looking at the storm gauge, let's say we have
Really push me into a corner.
Let's finish this.
let's say the opponent is hitting me. So for example, I'm going to try and make this support hit me, right? 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 I have no way to defend against. I have no way to get out of that combo. Let's say I have no substitutions, right? I have no way to get out of that combo. But guess what? Now this is gonna look sloppy, but I'm just trying to prove a point. If you get storm gauge, right, you can call your assist to bail you out of that air combo, right? So that's why they did that. They also did that because the way storm gauge works, you build storm gauge by fighting, and although, how can I put it? I don't think Well, actually, let me actually test this real quick. Cause this, I could have sworn this is what it's like. So let me do this real quick right now. Let's see. Go here. Okay.
Really push me into a...
Okay, so as you can see, the defender doesn't build any storm gauge meter when they get hit. So what does this mean? What does this mean? That means this game awards the player who's winning neutral more and being more aggressive and landing more combos and getting hits, right? This game awards the aggressive player rather than the defensive player. In other words, as long as you keep winning neutral, getting in, getting your damage, doing combos, right? Calling your assists, right? All that stuff, which plays a big part in, you know, like getting storm gauge meter, right? Then guess what? Guess what? You'll get your storm gauge first. Because you're the one being more aggressive, you're the one using your resources, you're the one trying to get in, you're the one that's gonna, and then not only that, you're the one that's also gonna get your resources first. So, like, take a look at this. Watch this. And as you can see, now that I have storm gauge, that means I have access to my assist types. I have access to my assist types now, which sadly the defender does not, because they don't have storm gauge. They haven't been building it because they're not pressing the opponent. They're not being aggressive. Either that or they just suck at offense and they're just getting destroyed. So this game has did a complete 360 compared to Storm 4, because in Storm 4, when you're hitting the opponent, the defender's storm gauge builds, but in this game that is not the case at all. So that being said, this game rewards aggression. So if you're bad at offense, be prepared to lose a lot. Be prepared to lose a lot in this game. I'm just saying. All right. But the other thing is, because they reward aggression, right? What they did was made it so that when the one that's losing, like getting beat very badly, when they're losing and they got their back against the wall and they finally get storm gauge, guess what? Now they get their, hold on, let me actually let me do it this way. So now, guess what? Your assists come back because you get full storm gauge. So now you get your assists reset for free. You get them back now when you get storm gauge. And I get it. I see their intention. I see what they were trying to do. I do. Yo, what is going on, Grim Joe? Welcome to the stream, man. How you doing, man? You just missed out, man, on like the past 30 minutes. I'm talking about the storm gauge and about how CC2 pretty much made this game compared to like Storm 4. Like what are the differences? And I'm also going over the changes that I personally would like to see personally. But as far as the storm gauge and the chakra dash, which I went over already, but yeah, I'll go over the chakra dash again in a few. But as I was saying, as far as the storm gauge is concerned, the point that CC2 was trying to make was, all right, no problem, Grimjo, no problem. But yeah, the point that I was trying to make of, once the defender has gotten his storm meter up, which 9 times out of 10 you probably got him in an air combo at that point, right? Guess what? Guess what's gonna happen? Their assists come back, and now they're able to call assists and knock you out of that air combo. And now you gotta reset all over. So now they just got a second chance at life. You know, same thing for ground combos. They can call assists on the ground, just stop you from comboing, right? Especially if they don't have any subs. Their assists, that's like their last lifeline. So in this game, it seems to me like they really prioritize assists for offense and defense. But mainly for offense, but they do have defensive purposes, and that main purpose is to interrupt combos. They really tried to make that apparent in this game. I can tell that they did, because combos being interrupted happens a lot in this game compared to what it did in Storm 4. And that's mainly because of the assist. That's mainly because of the different assist cooldowns, because some assist cooldowns are a lot shorter than others. So, which leads me to a whole other thing that I gotta get into, but I'm not gonna get into that right now. But yeah. So with that being said, that's what I'll say when it comes to the storm gauge. As far as that, I see their intention. However, I believe that instead of making it, well, actually, what I meant to say was, first, now that I've said all that and gotten that out the way, right? I understand why they made storm gauge the way that it is made in this game. I understand why they decided to go for a digress. Okay, no, that's not really what I wanted to say. I understand their intention. That's all I'll say. Now, here's my thoughts and my take on what they should do for storm gauge when it comes to the assist. So I do not believe, just like Grimjo, because I'm glad he brought this up, I do not believe that you should instantly get your assist back once you reach full storm gauge. I think that's stupid from a game balancing perspective. I think it's one thing to have a mechanic that can help you turn the tide of battle, but I think that's why you have Awakening, right? That's why you got the counter mechanic. That's why you got the leader switch dash, which can help you play defense. That's why you got jutsus and all these other things that characters can do, or just even with your team in general. And if you just don't have your assists up at the moment, you're just gonna have to play very good defense. And I think that's what the game should have been, but it's not. What they did was they threw you a bone with the meat on it, and said, hey, you know what? We're going to keep you in the game. We're going to keep you safe. I'm going to give you your assist back so you can fight on an equal level playing field, even though you don't deserve it. That's what they did. And that to me is dumb. Now, a better way to make it so that, hey, Storm Gauge gives you perks, but nothing to the degree of what it currently does. In my opinion, they should have made it so that when you reach full Storm Gauge, all that should have happened was, aside from you getting back all of your chakra, which I still disagree, you shouldn't be getting all your chakra back, but it is what it is. I'm just gonna let that one slide. It's whatever. But as far as assists goes, all that should have happened with assists was your assist recovery literally just should have been sped up. It just should have been faster when you're in Storm Gauge. Your assist just should recover faster. That's it. So, for example, if your assist is like, I don't know, 16 seconds or 20, right? Then it should go from like 20 to like maybe 17 or 16 seconds or something like that, right? And if your assist was like 10 seconds, it should go from like 10 to 7 or 10 to 6. That would have been better than just say, hey, I'm gonna give you your assist back for free. You know? That would have been better, because at least when it comes to the aggressor pressing the opponent and getting their damage, right? They're not gonna have to always worry about being cock blocked by assists when they're getting their damage. Now, it doesn't mean that they still won't be getting hit by assists. They still will. It's just now that assists, with the suggestion that I just suggested, now because assists will just have faster cooldowns, or, well, let me rephrase that. Now, because in Storm Gauge, assist cooldowns will be sped up, while in Storm Gauge only, right? You can still do the combo, but the player is gonna have to be worried about when the opponent's assist is gonna come back, because especially if they're not maximizing the damage properly. So there are times where the player is gonna catch the opponent, and then the other player is going to have their Storm Gauge, and then their assist is coming back faster. But because the aggressor was not only not optimal, but took too long to get in, right? They're 9 times out of 10 they're going to be either forced to waste a sub and get punished, and the combo is going to end early, and they're barely going to be able to do any damage. So I think from a game balancing perspective, when it comes to things like that, when it comes to the Storm Gauge should only make assists regen faster than what it does normally. That's it, man. That's it. That's what it should have been. Other than that, it is what it is. That's what I have to say about that. Guys, let me know about what I've said so far. Love to hear your thoughts in the chat. Love to hear your thoughts. Let me know what you think about what I've said so far about the Storm Gauge and assists. Do you think, from a game balancing perspective, for the way the game currently plays right now, do you think that assists should instantly regen the moment you get Storm Gauge, or do you think assists should just regen faster when you get Storm Gauge? So again, regen faster, meaning the cooldown is just faster while in Storm Gauge? Or do you think that you should instantly get your assist back?
There you are. If I get closer. If I get closer. If I get closer.
Let me know what you guys think, man. Love to hear your thoughts on
Get
this.
closer.
Now, keep in mind, you have 4 substitutions and they're each 10 seconds. So you're going to have to win neutral at least. Like, you're going to have to, okay, if you're going to kill someone, you're going to have to at least make them waste all their subs anyway, between like 2 to 3 times anyway. So
There you are. There you
that's
are.
something else to think about. But anyway, guys, yeah, let me know what you think about that.
Really push me into it. If I get
Finish
closer.
this.
If I get closer. If I get close. If I get closer. If I get closer. If I get closer. If I get closer. I'll wait and see. If I get close. If I get closer. I'll wait and see.
Grimjo, Crystal, y'all still there, man? I love to hear your thoughts on what I just said, man. Love to hear your thoughts. Would love to. Oh boy.
Really push me into a
Let's
corner.
finish this.
closer, if I get closer.
Alright, I gave people some time to speak up about what I've said so far, but doesn't seem like anybody's talking at the moment.
There you are, there you are. If I get closer, if I get closer. There you are.
So,
There you are. If I get closer.
I don't know, man. Grimjo, I don't know if you're still there. Crystal, I don't know if you're still there, but again, would love to hear your thoughts on what I said. So, alright, so we talked about the Chakra Dash and the Storm Gauge system so far. Let's see. Where's my my paper at? Hold on, y'all. Okay, I can't find it. Oh well. Alright, so I'm back, y'all. Sorry about that. But anyway, let's see. So we talked about the dash, we talked about the storm gauge in tandem with the assist and how it's stupid because it instantly brings back assists, blah blah blah. We talked about that. Let's see. Let's see here. I think that's it for now. So what I'm going to do is go over a little bit of what I talked about yesterday. And yesterday, I talked about how originally I wanted it. So I would have wanted it, or I like. Well, no, not I would have. I wanted it. I wanted assist to be where, you couldn't call assist during hit stun, right? Or the defender or the one getting hit could not call assist during hit stun. That's what I wanted originally, but I realized that that's never going to happen. They are never going to make that change because it goes against the way they designed the game to play. And that's just something that I have to just hold my chin up high on. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just something that I have to deal with. So I came up with an alternative. Because my issue with the game was players being able to call assist too often to save them to save them from combos that they rightfully got caught in, especially when they had no subs. But anyway, so my secondary solution, which is probably the one that they might actually include, was to literally just adjust the cooldown to where if if the player doesn't have any assists up, right, and you're hitting your opponent, and they have no assists, the plan was to make it so that it. How can I put it? The plan was to make it so that while the opponent is getting hit, assists will take a little longer to come back than normal. Which they already do. They already have that system in place, but I wanted them to make it a little more slightly longer than that. So maybe on average a second longer or two, maybe. And this would make it so that when you catch the opponent, damage is more real and guaranteed. And you'll actually be able to combo without having to worry too much about them calling assists all the time during hit stun. So that was my solution to the problem that I wanted, well, that I saw, and that I wanted them to fix. So yeah, that's what we talked about yesterday. I still think that needs to happen. Personally, I would rather go with my first choice, and personally, if I could, I would mod the game myself and put out my own PC version of the game, but sadly I cannot do that right now. I do not have a PC. But that being said, yeah. But that's just a way of that they could balance the assists a little better during hit stun. But other than that, it is what it is. I don't really have much else to say in regards to that. But yeah, that's pretty much self-explanatory. That's what I went over yesterday. Now, another thing I went over yesterday was, when it came to assists, was the assist cooldown times. And I came up with a way to determine how long assist needs to be at a base value for said characters when it comes to their assists. So for example, yesterday,
All set.
I've got it.
On it.
I said that
My turn.
Let's do this by the book.
assists that are ground only,
All set.
like for example Yugito, she's ground only, right? You know, she doesn't have an aerial assist at all whatsoever. Because she's ground only, her assist cooldown time would be a level 1 assist, right?
All set.
And by level 1, I mean the level would dictate how long her cooldown would be in terms of the cooldown bracket. So for example, I said that level 1 assists go from between 10 to 13 seconds. Level 2 assists have cooldowns in the range of between 14 to 17 seconds, and level 3 assists have cooldowns in the range of 18 to 20 seconds long. So, that being said, that's what I spoke on yesterday about. And because a character like Yugito is a ground only assist, her assist would probably be no more than 13 seconds and no less than 10 seconds. Because again, she's a ground only assist. With that being said, what in the world?
If I get closer. If I get closer. Really push me into a corner.
Let's finish this.
All set.
Anyway, with that being said, it is what it is with that.
Really push me into a corner.
Finish this.
So yeah. But yeah, guys, Yugito's assist would be relatively short.
If I get closer.
No cap.
There you are.
Just saying.
Get closer.
Now, you could also make it so that some characters are just main only characters, and a quick, easy way to do that would be just make it so that their assist is 20 seconds long. Period. But I mean, I wouldn't do that personally, but that is an option. You know, hey, Cookies Patrick.
There you are. If I get closer.
But anyway, yeah. So, I think I've said everything I needed to say in this stream. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to end this stream and I'm going to start up a new stream. And I'm actually going to go over all the characters' assists in the game. And I'm actually going to make a list of character assists. So yeah, I'm gonna go over every assist in the game and just talk about whether they're level 1, level 2, or level 3 assists, and probably maybe even decide a tier for their assists as well. So yeah, that being said, I will actually be right back. Give me like 2-3 minutes to put up the next stream. I'm gonna go ahead and put up the next stream right now as we speak. So give me a second. What is that? Okay. Let me go ahead and do this right now, y'all. Wait, where's the... Okay, there it is. Alright. Gonna do this right now. Alright, guys. Join my next stream. I'm gonna end this one. Join my next one. Join my next one.